Hey guys, it's Matt here from the Bull Call, and today, well, Lucid's in a world of pain, being down 18.5% at close and roughly up 1.5% in the after hours trading. So let's pull up, actually I'm going to pull up Robinhood for you guys just to show you what the daily chart looks like. So we opened up at around 41.37, had a little bit of a spike up, and then just from there 42.58. Actually, I'll pull up the Google one right here and we can see how much we lost from that peak. From that peak we lost roughly at the bottom of today 14.67% just in like the daily trading hours, not even just like this percentage, this is the close from yesterday. This is just from the top of today to the bottom of today. During trading hours, we hit 14.5% down, which is pretty crazy. It took a very much of a nosedive today, and I'll show you exactly why that happened right now. So Lucid stock was lower after a 1.75 billion convertible note offering. So people actually overreacted from this. This is actually pretty good news. Well, roughly, I did the calculations right here. So 1.75 divided by 60 billion, the company is technically worth right now, right here is 60.13 billion. So putting 1.75 billion in debt is roughly 3% of what the company is worth right now. Yesterday was a different story. The company was worth a little bit more, but that's technically 3% as of right now, as of recording this video. Roughly 3% of the company's worth is in debt for these convertible note offerings. But the good thing about these convertible note offerings is I did just a little search right here, just so you guys can understand what a convertible note really does. And it says it right here. Each loan can be converted for 200 common shares of Lucid company at a certain price, and until that point, the lenders, the people that are giving up money, will be paid monthly interest of 4%. So that is actually a very good deal, and I want to see if anyone can get into that, or how you have to be qualified to have a convertible note debt type thing, which is actually pretty cool. It seems like almost like two calls, two options, pretty much. If you're each loan can be converted to 200 shares, so you're pretty much owning two options in the company, and you're getting paid 4% monthly interest, which is a fantastic deal. And they can be up to 10 years, sometimes 5 years. So they're raising a lot of that cash. They're raising 1.75 billion in cash, but it's on debt, so it's not really their cash. If you guys are liking the video so far, a like on the video and a subscribe to the channel would help immensely. So let's get right back into the video. 1.75 billion into the company so they can keep growing, keep the sales booming and that kind of stuff. They're just, like I've been saying for months, they're just trying to get themselves out there and trying to get all the people to really get their vehicles as fast as they can, which is their goal. By the end of this year is about 500 to 1,000 vehicles. Right now there's only roughly 100 to 200 maximum out right now. So let's just take a look at the charts right here, just so we understand why we bounced where we did. And as always, you can go back to the previous video or the video before that. You can see I did not change these lines. I did change these because I had them as purple bars, and they were just annoying to move over like this, because sometimes I'd grab the corner and then it would be like all messed up, so I'd have to Control Z and keep doing it. It's annoying to keep bringing it over. But these fatter ones I'm going to leave as of now, but these skinny ones are newer and pretty much more set. And this one at the bottom here, I've had that ever since, even before this little crash we had here back in September 1st. I had this line there off that previous bottom, and then we had this nice movement up, which is inverse head and shoulders right here. The first shoulder, head, shoulder, and then pushed us back down. But it bounced perfectly off this line that I've had. So all these lines are pretty relatively set. Obviously, TA, technical analysis, is not always perfect, but as you could see today, we pretty much bottomed out exactly where we want to be seeing. A nice support area at 36. This bar is a little bit thicker because it's not really that set for me. I'm not sure exactly where that this line starts and ends, but there's a lot of not volatility, but kind of stagnation. So it's a lot less volatility right here. So we'll see what happens. But if we do break below and hold below 36 or 35.50, that's when you should start getting worried, because I think we could start heading back down to 32. And if we don't hold that, we can go right back down to 30. But right now we are still holding strong at 30. This 35 to 37 range. It's a good support area. We are definitely going back down to this, and we could probably try to hit this again. I mean, don't be super worried if it does break down below 36, because as you can see here, it did manage to bounce right here at 34.15, which I might actually make a note right here as another probable support area, just to see if it actually does bounce off that, but I'm not too sure about this one yet. But yeah, I mean, on the TA side, we are okay. I'm still glad that I sold some shares up here. I sold roughly at 55 and then at 45, which is not the best, because then it did actually rally back up. But I did sell much higher than it is right now, $10 higher. So I didn't sell out completely, and I probably never would. But I'm still holding strong on my 20 shares. I did sell about half my position, so I did take some profits, and you guys should too. When you see your stock being not a meme stock, but a momentum stock, that's when you know to sell. When you see your company rise up 100% in a month, you know something's up, and you know it's probably not going to be sustainable. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. It's a classic example of a momentum stock pumping up and people taking profits. And just like me, I took profits up here, and I'm happy that I took profits, but I'm still holding my shares because I have a low cost basis of $18 roughly down here. So I might even dip my feet in buying a little bit more here. I might sell a put. That's what I'm thinking, because when a stock's down 20%, the premiums are pretty high. So I'm debating on selling some puts this week's maybe, or a month out. But as you can see, actually in the after hours, we did just drop down to being pretty much flat. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Just wanted to quickly give you an update on what we're seeing here as we are drawing back down on Lucid, but it could be a good buying opportunity. And as we can see on the RSI, we have hit a low. Other than this point right here, this seems to be a very good place to buy. A good place to buy there. Where else do we hit? We hit RSI here. So it's not always perfect. I mean, if you did buy here, and that's where this is saying. If you bought right here, it could have been, and if you bought here, I guess. So don't always take RSI as set, but it could be a good place to buy. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this